Okay, hi guys. So what I wanted to show you was I'm gonna be organizing this spice cabinet in our kitchen, and it's honestly not that bad. I'm gonna be focusing on that cabinet and then this one. The other two aren't that bad. Also, we're pretty short, so we don't even like use them that much. But basically I bought some things from Amazon. So I bought these little spice rack stair risers things, and it just makes it so you can see all of them better. So I'm gonna be going through and just getting rid of anything that's old and hasn't been touched in a while. Putting me on these little things that remind me of like kids in choir. I'll show you like once everything's set up because it's like kind of funny. But I also got these Lazy Susans, and that'll just be helpful with some of like the taller things that we have. But I'll check back in once we have things looking sexy and looking good. But yeah. So I went through and kind of determined what we're keeping, what's expired. So this first shelf is completely empty. Basically what happened with us having so many spices that are expired is this used to be our beach house, and we moved in like 4 years ago, I guess now. So we just have a lot of like duplicates of things, or we like had things from, you know, like 2010 when we moved in, I guess, that had never really been looked at or gone through and organized. So a lot of the spices I got rid of had expired in like 2016, 2017. And I know like that's kind of a large amount that needs to be tossed, but like I said, spices, I think that's like their whole thing, right? Like they're just dried up leaves, so they do kind of have a long shelf life, but we had just never gone through it thoroughly. And yeah, so we're making progress, and I'm gonna try and organize them by like groups, I guess, because we have a lot of like spicier spices, and we just have like your everyday traditional ones. We have so much saffron, and like my mom makes paella a lot, but I don't know, guys, like there's so much. Like I don't know how I'm gonna consolidate it all. But I guess we'll see. The good thing about these little shelves from Amazon is that they expand, so I can pull out this little piece and like it'll fit better in the cabinet. I don't know if I'm gonna push them all the way back. We'll see like what I have back there that can be able to reach. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. So this is good because I bought 2 of them, and I think that'll fit really well. And yeah, you can just fit more spices on there, obviously. Guys, like this is a prime example. I'm hitting the top shelf right now, or I guess the top of the 2 that I'm doing. And I don't remember the last time my mom has bought this, and I think its whole like selling point is that it like doesn't expire. But they straight up have a different packaging now for it. And this is in the back of that cabinet, so much to think about. There's some whores in this house.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Really quick before I show you, there's kind of no like rhyme or reason to this, and I know that it is an organization video, but also this is my mom's kitchen. Like I am living here, but she likes things a certain way and would want certain spices and containers in the front that maybe wouldn't necessarily make sense. But here we go. So here it is.
Wow.
What I'm talking about is like these things I feel like are her most used. So I kept them in the front. Whereas this little shelving unit makes a little bit more sense with all those smaller things in the front. And this is like her, it's not even spicy, they're just like not salt, garlic powder, red chili flakes. They're more like spice is. And then up here on the Lazy Susans, these really don't make any sense, but I didn't want to like, my original idea was to make this third shelf a baking shelf. But I didn't want to like mess up things for her. She eats a lot of oatmeal, so she would want like cinnamon and honey down here. But then there's, so this is like the sweeter little Lazy Susan, but then the breadcrumbs just happen to fit there, so that's where they're gonna live. And then these are in the middle because there was no room for them in the little Lazy Susans. And then here we have like couscous, quinoa, some soup, some weird rubs, more extras of like ground pepper, some capers, just like weirder things like that. But don't these things kind of look like, I guess you can't necessarily tell because of the spices, but there you have it. Don't they kind of look like little choir things? Like, they remind me of this. Like, all of her spices right now are literally this TikTok. Yeah, that was basically it. I guess it's not as like aesthetically pleasing to look at, but I think it's more functional at least, and that should be more helpful for her, which is all that matters. She didn't even like want me doing this necessarily, but I did it anyways. These are everything we're throwing out. So that's pretty crazy. So I'm editing, this is the next day, and I just realized that I did not film an outro or a goodbye, so here I am now. I also wanted to mention that I linked everything down below in case anyone was interested in buying what I used. I doubt it. I honestly feel like Kourtney Kardashian and I just made content for Poosh.com, so I'm living. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Should I keep making videos? Let me know. Okay, goodbye.
Caroline, you divine, mighty fine. Shawty really put a pie. That's true. Like a pro.